This is the Momma Fit Podcast. This podcast is dedicated to all those mamas out there that want to fit a workout in a day, or want to fit in a moment of bliss, or hey, you want to fit into those skinny jeans. Dana Dieters is the host of Momma Fit Podcast. She's a mother of two beautiful girls, a wife, and entrepreneur. Her passion became her profession when she had a wake-up call about 15 years ago. With the support of others and a positive attitude, she was able to overcome the hurdles in her life. This mama strives to wake up and conquer each day to make it better than the day before. Her passion for business and education to others is what drives this mama to be the best version of Momma Fit. With Dana's background, she hopes to help you with your business, health and fitness needs, family time in the kitchen, and give you motivation and inspiration to tackle your day. And most importantly, to help you fit in your Momma Fit time.
Welcome back to the Momma Fit Podcast. Happy New Year. We are in 2019. Can you believe that? We are heading into a new year with lots of goals. And so today is a day where I'm trying to figure out what my goals are, because it is the first week of January and I just want to make sure I am already heading into the right space and place that I want to be. So before I can do that, I got to see what's holding me back. What is holding me back? And most of the time it is our environment. Unfortunately, we have too much crap. And I'm speaking that on my end. So I'm talking about how our environment holds us back as far as being in a messy place, our house, whatever it may be. If you're lagging behind on working toward your goals or finding yourself losing speed on progress, it might be time to take a step back and observe our surroundings. And the answer to this is basically our environment. Think about it. Most of us, especially after the holidays, have too much stuff. So this is a time to get rid of the things that you don't use, that you don't need, and you think you're going to use like next year. And believe me, I have plenty of those clothes in my closet right now that I think I'm going to use maybe, 2 years from now because it might come back in style. Well, let's be real. It probably is never going to fit the same way that the clothing will fit in 2 years from now. So let's just get rid of the garbage. So think about this: messy place, messy head space. So are you one of those people that work out from home? I am one that basically works out from home because I have a studio. I'm very fortunate. I have my own studio, but I also work out of this space as well. But a lot of people that are on my online program either are training in their garage, a spare room, a bedroom, or even a living room. It is really hard to work out and feel confident and get the right support in a messy environment. And I will say that because sometimes my kids are horrendous when it comes to leaving their stuff everywhere. And sometimes I have to work out at different places in my house just so I can get a workout in, because sometimes it's a weekend or a day that they are home and I have to watch them as well. So it just works that way. But I feel like it's super unorganized and it's hard for our mindset to get in the game of working out when you have a very disorganized environment. Another thing to keep in mind is what you choose to surround yourself with nutrition. If you're looking to adopt a healthier eating habit and include more whole foods, the last thing you want to do is stock your kitchen up with junk food. Cabinets filled with chips and snack food, refrigerator stocked with sodas and microwave meals, which I am not judging, you guys. It is what is your lifestyle and what you need to clean up. Some people that is what their normal is. So even if taking away something as far as maybe chips and use, carrots and hummus for like a swap for one thing a week, you know what I mean? So it's not like I'm saying I'm not judging. I just want you to realize there's some things that will make us feel better by eating than other things. So a good way to do this would be crowd your kitchen, your pantry, your refrigerator with all the good whole foods. And then it will overshadow that less than ideal foods that we sometimes choose first when we're super hungry. And if you're like me and you have children in the house, you do have these snacky foods that are surrounding you. So what I would suggest is see if you can separate your foods from theirs. And that way you'll know always where your choices are, and you can immediately turn to them. So a good thing is once you get used to eating like the healthy lifestyle, it is so much easier and you don't even want any of the food that you normally crave. It just takes a little bit of time. So if you can get through like 21 days, 30 days of just really focusing on your goals and your nutrition, it will really help you. The first 2 weeks are kind of like hell, but once you get there, it is so much easier. Like you feel better, and then you know what you felt like before, but you didn't even realize it because you were eating this kind of food all the time. So you never knew how much energy you potentially could have. You'll sleep better. You'll feel like you have more energy to do things with your kids. You just will feel better in your mindset. So that is a big one, is the food thing. I know, especially around the holidays, we have so much stuff left over from all these parties that we go to. You got cookies and you like freeze them for another day, but really, do you need to freeze them? I mean, do you really eat them? I'm not even sure. I don't ever freeze my food just because I eat it right away. But then again, I don't make a lot of these cookies because I'm allergic to everything. So it is one thing you kind of have to be aware of is, what are your demons? What would you totally eat a bunch of? Don't make it or don't have it in the house. That's one thing to do if you're trying to get rid of the sugar or the cheesy, crackery foods. It's just don't have it in the house. And then once you don't have it for a while, you don't crave it. So, and it's okay to have it in moderation. I'm not telling you to like get rid of it for the rest of your life. It's just getting to that point where you feel like you can have some, but not the whole bag. Okay. So that is the little tidbit on the food thing. So that is one. So we've got our environment, our household. Even if it's work, if you have a cluttered desk and you feel like you cannot for the life of you just get centered, clean up your desk, get organized. It's going to make you feel better. And then when you do it, I mean, don't you feel like you can tackle anything when things are clean? I know I am that way. And I'm sure a lot of people, because you're listening to this, you want to be fit, you want to feel good, you want to be a mom that makes good examples and be a role model. Like, this is it, you guys. Another one is our real vampires. So who we talk to, who we have in our life. And I'm not saying they're not real in sense that they're literally sucking our blood, but there are vampires out there that can do that. And they suck our energy out. I'm sure you've met at least one of them in your life. And this person typically is very pessimistic and stresses the heck out of you. You leave the room feeling drained and you cannot figure out why suddenly you're so tired and emotionally drained. And you can't pin a figure on why you're suddenly so tired and emotionally worn out. These are the energy vampires. And whether we realize it or not, they're getting in the way of your inner peace. The sad thing is that some of these cases, these people could be our own family, which is beyond our control. Not everyone can get away from their energy vampire all the time, but it's important to recognize what this person is doing to your own well-being and trying to resolve it as soon as possible. Talk things out, or if things get really bad, learn to walk away for your own sake. I mean, you could move out if it's something, a friend or something that you could do, or set some really strong boundaries with this person. If they start to belittle you or criticize you for your lifestyle, tell them firmly that you're doing things for your own health and that makes you happy. In return, they need to respect that. You do you, and I'll do me. Easier said than done, I know, but keep in mind and keep an eye out for these type of people in your life, since they too can affect the way you live and pursue your own goals. So if you are not reaching your goals, try taking a step back and looking around. Pay attention to your surroundings, from your environment to the objects and food and people that are around you. If none of these align with your lifestyle or goals, then it is time to make a change. See how doing so affects the way you think and feel. Happy New Year, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks so much for spending your time with the Momma Fit Podcast. Dana is so happy to share her tips and tricks with you. If you loved this podcast, we'd be so happy if you could share this episode with your friends and family. Also, if you have time, please leave us a review of your honest thoughts and reflections of the podcast on iTunes or our app. We'd be so grateful. If you have any topic or suggestion that you want answered, leave those in the comments below and make sure that you fit in your Momma Fit time.